On March 30th, 2014, a dashcam recorded a sudden single-vehicle collision caused by a severe pedestrian hazard on an unlit roadway on the outskirts of Warsaw, Poland. The footage shows a vehicle navigating a pitch-black two-lane road at night. An oncoming vehicle briefly flashes its high beams, attempting to signal an impending obstruction ahead. Seconds later, the dashcam illuminates an unidentified pedestrian standing perfectly still in the direct center of the active traffic lane. The driver executes a rapid, hard-angle evasive swerve. While the maneuver successfully avoids a direct strike on the pedestrian, the aggressive steering input at speed causes a total loss of vehicular control. The car violently departs the paved surface and crashes into a roadside ditch. Despite the severity of the wreck, the occupants sustained only minor physical trauma. Rather than rendering aid or remaining at the scene, the pedestrian immediately fled into the darkness before law enforcement arrived. On August 18, 2020, dashcam footage documented a severe civilian vehicle transit through an active, uncontained megafire in Napa County, California. The recording captures a driver navigating Highway 128 near Steel Canyon Road during the rapid expansion of the Hennessy Fire, part of the larger LNU lightning complex. The footage displays catastrophic environmental conditions, with the vehicle advancing directly through towering walls of flames that aggressively flanked both sides of the two-lane roadway. The dashcam records dense, low-visibility smoke and immediate thermal threats, including active ground fires and structurally compromised trees burning adjacent to the traffic path. Recognizing that stopping or sheltering in place within an active burn zone carried a lethal trajectory, the driver maintained forward momentum. The vehicle successfully pushed through the compromised infrastructure and successfully breached the outer perimeter of the fire. While this specific driver completed the evasion sequence uninjured, the broader fire complex proved highly lethal, ultimately claiming 6 lives across the region. This dashcam video captured the moments an attempted armed carjacking unfolded on a highway in Santiago, Chile. The footage shows a driver traveling down an empty road, late at night. As the vehicle moves forward, a second car sharply cuts across the lanes and stops horizontally, completely blocking the roadway. The dashcam records 2 men immediately exiting the suspect vehicle, advancing toward the driver's side and the front bumper. The vehicle accelerates heavily forward, driving directly into the attackers and their blocking car. The collision severely damages the suspect vehicle, sending debris into the air and visibly striking one of the men. The driver maintains momentum, maneuvering the car through a tight gap between the wrecked vehicle and the highway crash barrier to escape the ambush. Local police later confirmed the driver safely escaped the encounter without physical injury. This dashcam video documents a swift water immersion incident in Bundaberg, Australia, following a period of severe localized precipitation. The footage shows a driver navigating down a paved incline while actively engaged in a phone conversation. As the vehicle travels down the slope, a completely flooded section of the roadway suddenly becomes visible ahead. The driver is unable to brake in time, and the vehicle travels directly into the moving floodwaters. Buoyancy causes the car to immediately lose traction, and it is quickly pulled off the established road alignment by the strong current. The vehicle begins to drift downstream, but is subsequently halted when it becomes physically wedged against a large tree trunk. This obstruction stops the lateral movement and prevents the car from fully submerging in the fast-moving water. As water begins to breach the interior cabin, the driver manages to evacuate through a side window and positions himself on the exterior roof of the vehicle. Emergency services were notified, and the driver remained stranded on top of the car for approximately 1 hour before an aerial rescue team arrived to successfully complete the extraction. Police dashcam footage captured an armed standoff between law enforcement and an aggressive suspect in a residential neighborhood. Officers were dispatched following emergency reports of an individual actively threatening a family with an edged weapon. Upon arrival, the patrol unit was immediately confronted by a shirtless adult male behaving erratically and brandishing a knife in the roadway. The confrontation unfolded at approximately 2:30 p.m., directly coinciding with a local school's dismissal period just a quarter mile from the scene. Officers established a perimeter, drew their service weapons, and issued repeated verbal commands directing the suspect to disarm.
Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Drop it now!
Alright, hey listen.
I got taser.
Alright, listen. Get down on your knees.
Get on your knees! Get on your knees! Get on your knees!
Get on your knees.
He's dead when it
Get on your belly. Hey.
After a tense escalation period, the individual abruptly discarded the knife onto the pavement and raised his hands. Officers rapidly closed the distance, forcing him to the ground to apply restraints. Authorities later identified the suspect as 34-year-old Christopher Lizio, determining his hostile behavior was fueled by severe intoxication. This dashcam footage captures an anomalous encounter on an unlit, isolated roadway late at night. The recording vehicle, occupied by several individuals, is traveling at speed when the headlights illuminate a pedestrian standing directly in the center of the traffic lane. Upon closer approach, the visual evidence reveals the individual is wearing a full clown costume and holding a long-handled object resembling a broom or mop.
Okay, what the fuck? No, this is not fucking happening.
Dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck? This is not fucking real.
Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Go the other way! What are you doing? Stop! Oh my god!
The driver initially accelerates away from the scene to establish a safe distance. However, minutes later, the occupants make the inexplicable decision to reverse their route and return to the location. Upon their second approach, the pedestrian immediately escalates the encounter. As the vehicle nears, the individual aggressively lunges toward the car, attempting to make physical contact.
Mike is a fucking savage though.
Oh no!
I'm so scared when you got out of the car. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Right there.
We had it!
Oh shit! He's running after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch! Hit that!
Recognizing the immediate threat, the driver executes a rapid, evasive maneuver, accelerating heavily to depart the area and permanently escape the confrontation. Dashcam footage captures a coordinated multi-vehicle interception of a commercial transport truck on a Mexican roadway. The target vehicle is operating under routine conditions when two suspect vehicles execute a synchronized maneuver to block the forward path of travel, forcing the heavy transport to a complete stop. Multiple armed operatives rapidly deploy from the intercepting vehicles and advance directly on the truck's cabin. Recognizing the immediate kinetic disadvantage, the commercial driver and his assistant exhibit immediate compliance, raising their hands to signal surrender and prioritizing survival over asset protection. The operatives issue verbal commands, forcing the assistant to disembark and clearing the physical space. A designated cartel operative then breaches the driver's side, takes control of the steering column, and rapidly exfiltrates the area with the hijacked transport. The original crew is left stranded on the roadside, completing a rapid, zero-casualty asset seizure.
This insurance fraud footage shows a woman in a bright red jacket suddenly sprinting across the lanes directly into the path of the approaching vehicle. Before the car even reaches her, she deliberately throws herself face first onto the hood, clinging to the vehicle to simulate a severe pedestrian strike. However, the driver immediately shuts down the performance. Refusing to entertain the scam, he promptly steps out of his vehicle, grabs the woman by her jacket, and physically drags her off the hood. help of a bystander, he pulls the passively resisting woman out of the direct path of his car and moves her toward the adjacent lane. Having efficiently cleared the road, the driver gets back behind the wheel and casually continues on his way, leaving the completely uninjured and failed scammer behind in the street. This driver was traveling down a busy city street in steady traffic when a dark BMW SUV ahead abruptly slammed on its brakes. The dashcam vehicle managed to stop in time, avoiding a rear-end collision and leaving a gap between the cars. Suddenly, the BMW's reverse lights illuminated. The SUV rapidly accelerated backward, intentionally ramming into the front hood of the stationary vehicle with significant force. 3 individuals exited the BMW and immediately initiated a rehearsed display of outrage and injury. An older man aggressively pointed at the windshield, blaming the victim for the crash, while a woman dramatically rubbed her neck to simulate whiplash. The confrontation shifted entirely when the victim rolled down his window and calmly pointed out the active dashcam mounted behind his rearview mirror. Realizing their entire insurance fraud, including the reverse ramming maneuver, was recorded in high definition, the scammer's aggressive demeanor instantly evaporated. This dashcam video captures a highly coordinated ambush targeting a commercial vehicle on a multi-lane road. Without warning, an older model sedan aggressively overtakes the truck and swerves directly into its path. A man quickly exits the sedan and marches toward the driver's side of the semi-truck.
Можете на Питер идете, держитесь, вот авария. Спасибо, принято.
This is a staged extortion tactic meant to pressure drivers into quick payouts. Installing a multi-angle dashcam removes the intimidation, and strong insurance coverage protects against false claims. It starts in a residential area in China. A silver sedan is moving at a low speed, passing through what appears to be a quiet street. From the right side, a pedestrian suddenly moves toward the vehicle. The movement is abrupt, closing the distance quickly. From this angle, it appears the individual intentionally steps into the car's path. The driver slows briefly, then accelerates away from the scene. No further interaction is captured on camera. In this dashcam video, an escalating road rage incident on a snowy highway culminates in an intentional collision. After a series of aggressive lane changes, the driver of a white SUV brings his vehicle to a complete stop in the middle of the road.
What a fucking idiot.
You fucking retard. You driving in that lane, you idiot? You're a fucking moron. You fucking hit me, buddy. Call the police. I'm reporting it right now.
Both vehicles resume driving, but seconds later, the SUV driver abruptly slams on his brakes in a deliberate brake check. The dashcam driver is unable to stop in time on the slick surface and rear-ends the SUV. the collision triggers a second, far more explosive confrontation.
You got license and insurance? That would be a good thing.
On camera, buddy. The whole thing. It's on video.
You're a fucking loser, ginger bitch.
Fuck do you think he is? Got it on camera, bud.
That's good.
On
Lick
video.
shit.
Albino fucking ginger loser bitch. You got your registration, everything? License registration? You don't have to search through stuff. Just like standing out.
The dashcam driver remains secured inside his car during the prolonged roadside standoff, which continues until law enforcement eventually arrives on the scene to take over. In this dashcam video, the camera captures the highway insurance scam. The recording vehicle is traveling at highway speeds in the left lane when a silver crossover enters the frame. Almost immediately after establishing position, the driver of the silver car slams on the brakes, attempting to force a high-speed rear-end collision. The driver said the silver car had also been targeting other vehicles, including an Acura in the adjacent lane, probing for an inattentive target. Because the driver was paying attention and maintained a safe following distance, the scam failed, but the footage clearly documents the aggressive predatory tactics used in these staged collisions.
On July 1st, 2026, this video captured a tense road rage confrontation on a narrow street. Standoff begins when two vehicles meet nose to nose on a tight road. Refusing to budge, the first driver aggressively demands that the oncoming motorist back up. The second driver desperately pleads for cooperation, explaining that there is a medical emergency with a child.
Чего? Чего говоришь, брат?
Я русский. Брат, знаешь ли ты? Да, результат.
Дай назад, я проеду и разойдемся.
Я не знал, я говорю, сядь на мне.
Я сдаю назад, сдаю. Я сдаю назад, говорю.
Сдай назад!
Я хочу сдать назад.
Я русила назад!
Following a tense standoff, the other driver finally relents. He angrily shifts into reverse while shouting at the other vehicle to hurry up and leave. As the path clears, the driver vents his lingering frustration by throwing out insults and making bizarre comments about bystanders, highlighting the chaotic and volatile nature of the encounter. July 23, 2023. This dashcam footage captured a frightening carjacking attempt on Skyline Boulevard in Oakland. A woman was driving behind a white Dodge Charger when the car suddenly slowed down and stopped at an angle in the middle of the road. Two men quickly got out and ran toward her vehicle. One of them started banging on her window and tried to make her get out.
Come on now, quit fucking around. No. Ah!
The women stayed focused enough to step on the gas and drive around the blocked path. She got away safely and was not chased afterward. The woman later said she had driven that same route for 38 years without ever being targeted before. Police believe the same two men were connected to other carjackings in the East Oakland Hills area. They continued investigating and later arrested 3 people linked to this incident and similar crimes. The driver made the right decision by speeding away instead of getting out of her car. On the night of January 19, 2019, a dashcam inside an Uber recorded a terrifying struggle that nearly ended in disaster. Uber driver Albert Castro had picked up a passenger from a bar in Citrus Heights, California. The passenger, 32-year-old Chu Vang, had been drinking for several hours and was heavily intoxicated. At first, the ride seemed routine. Chu sat in the front seat and made casual conversation with Albert. Within minutes, though, his behavior became increasingly unsettling. He started making disturbing comments about crashing the car. Albert tried to reassure him and keep the situation calm. What Albert didn't realize was that Chu wasn't expressing fear. He was trying to make a crash happen.
You gotta let go of my hand, bro. Thanks, so. Where we at? We're heading downtown. We're going to man.
We're gonna go.
You gotta let go, man.
No, we're gonna go crazy. I love you, brother. I love you, brother.
We're not gonna die, man, but you gotta let go.
No, I love you, brother. I love you, brother.
You gotta let go, man.
I love you, brother. But just brother.
Only by chance did they avoid colliding with other traffic. Albert reacted immediately, forcing Chu's hands off the wheel and regaining control of the vehicle. He eventually managed to bring the car to a stop in the middle of the roadway. Using the Uber app, Albert contacted police and requested emergency assistance. Officers arrived shortly afterward and arrested Chu Vang. Investigators determined he had attempted to take control of the moving vehicle while intoxicated. He was later charged, and testing showed his blood alcohol concentration was 0.19. Despite the violent struggle, Albert escaped unharmed. No one was injured, and no vehicles were involved. This dashcam footage captured a scary moment on a highway in Mexico. A truck driver was moving along when 2 cars suddenly blocked his path. 3 men got out of the cars and walked toward the truck in an aggressive way. They motioned for the driver to get out of his vehicle. The driver stayed inside and asked them to let him pull over safely to the side.
One of the men got closer while talking on his phone. The driver saw a chance and put the truck in reverse. He drove around the blocking cars to escape. The men moved out of the way quickly to avoid being hit. One of them threw something at the truck and broke the driver's side window. The trucker kept going and got away safely. It was later reported that the 3 men were cartel members. The reason they stopped the truck remains unknown, but the situation looked very dangerous. The driver escaped without serious harm thanks to quick thinking. 22nd of March 2020. This footage captured a dangerous moment in an Uber car in Washington, D.C. An Uber driver picked up a passenger and was looking for a chance to merge into traffic. Suddenly, a random man opened the front passenger door and got inside the car. The man started demanding money right away.
Careful with your beverage.
Oh, absolutely. Just some tea. Okay, Ben.
Okay. Can I help you?
Yeah, where that money at?
You need to get out.
What? Man, what the stop paying me. Where that money at?
I don't have any money.
Stop paying me. Where's that? Right now.
I don't have cash. It's digital world, bro.
Man, give me your wallet.
I don't have it.
Give me your wallet. Right now. Give it to me. Bro, stop.
You gonna shoot me?
Give me that wallet.
Get the f out of here. You don't want to get shot. Come on, man.
Give me that wallet, bro.
No.
Bro, stop playing me before I hit you right here. Give me that wallet, bro.
I got it on my camera too.
Oh, look at you. Awesome. Not gonna lie, I'm super grateful for you right now.
Well, ex-military.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane.
He pulled out a gun and kept asking for the driver's wallet. The driver stayed calm even though he was being threatened with a gun. The driver was ex-military and did not hand anything over. He stepped on the gas pedal hard. The robber had to quickly jump out of the moving car to avoid getting dragged. The driver and his passenger got away safely. The clear dashcam footage helped police find and arrest the suspect later. No one was hurt during the incident. The routine highway trip turned into a serious accident after a semi-truck driver briefly fell asleep behind the wheel. Driver-facing footage shows the driver repeatedly looking out the side window before fatigue appeared to take over. Moments later, his head dropped, his eyes closed, and the truck continued down the highway with nobody actively steering. For several seconds, the vehicle stayed at speed as it gradually drifted off its intended path. By the time the driver realized what was happening, there was almost no time left to react. The semi left the roadway, crossed toward an overpass, and went over the edge before crashing onto the ground below. The force of the impact violently shook the cab, throwing loose items through the interior. The driver was tossed around in his seat, and the collision knocked the turban from his head. Another driver, who had been resting in the sleeper berth, was also caught in the violent impact as the truck came to an abrupt stop. Despite the severity of the crash, both men survived and escaped without serious injuries.
Dashcam footage captures a vehicle tearing down the road at blistering speeds, topping out at over 115 miles per hour and turning the streets into a deadly hazard zone. The run abruptly ends when the speeding car clips a curb, triggering a sudden and violent loss of control. The impact launches the vehicle, sending it into a brutal rollover crash that crushes the roof and shatters debris across the roadway.
Keep your hands up!
Clear the car before.
Hands up! Hands out! Hands out!
Everybody's hands! Everybody's hands!
Hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Where's his other hand?
I can see he's holding a phone. He's holding a phone.
Okay. Holding a black cell phone.
This is my mom, okay?
Drop the phone now. Let me see your hands. Drop the phone. I got cover this way. Good.
Keep your hands up. Room to get him out of there?
Not yet. We're still cutting through.
Inside the crushed cabin, the trapped occupants are buried under deployed airbags and mangled steel. In a tense and surreal standoff, responders shout frantic commands at the trapped driver, who refuses to let go of a cell phone and a vape pen while pinned inside the wreckage. This dashcam footage captures a fleeing driver pushing their vehicle to the absolute edge of control to shake the tailing vehicles. As speeds climb towards 70 miles per hour, the fleeing car begins to violently swerve and lose traction. The reckless run ends in absolute catastrophe when the vehicle veers entirely off the road and hits the soft dirt shoulder, instantly triggering a massive, high-speed rollover.
We got a rollover northbound. Look out for
Pursuing responders immediately rush the destroyed upside-down cabin, expecting to find someone crushed inside, only to realize the sheer violence of the flips had completely ejected the driver. The footage shifts to the grim reality on the ground as responders frantically locate the heavily injured driver who was thrown deep into the grass, far from the shattered vehicle.
To get to my party, you're going to need to come up the eastern vehicle. Alright, ID. Alright.
He was thrashing around on us a little bit. We got him to stop moving. Are you okay?
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm good.
Anybody else involved?
Alright. I'm good.
This dashcam footage captures a white pickup truck traveling from the cross street pulls directly into the crossing. The dashcam records the catastrophic moment of impact as the speeding police vehicle slams into the pickup with massive, unrelenting force. The brutal collision instantly crushes the front end of the camera vehicle and sends the mangled truck violently spinning across the asphalt. Rescue crews flood the chaotic scene moments later, immediately swarming the destroyed pickup to pull the driver from the wreckage. This dashcam footage captures a terrifying near miss in Florida, showing exactly how fast a stopped vehicle can become a target. Without warning, a speeding vehicle sideswipes one car, ricochets, and buries its front end into another vehicle parked just off the lanes.
Holy. Delta 30 Central, signal 4F, not involved.
The sheer force of the impact crushes the rear of the targeted car, instantly launching it forward and leaving a wide debris field scattered across the asphalt. One person on the scene admits the only warning they had was the sound of the speeding tires hitting the highway rumble strips, giving them just enough time to look up and move before getting wiped out. This dashcam video captures a frantic, high-speed chase through daytime traffic as a stolen sedan desperately attempts to shake a tailing vehicle. The camera tracks the fleeing driver as they push the car aggressively down busy public roads, weaving recklessly through multiple lanes and blowing past civilian traffic. The dangerous run escalates wildly when the speeding sedan approaches a heavily congested, multi-lane intersection without touching the brakes. The reckless driving ends in a sudden, catastrophic collision when the fleeing car violently slams into a crossing SUV.
Rollover, testing rollover, not working out.
Hey, break that.
The footage documents the chaotic aftermath as armed teams swarm the destroyed cars, locking down the intersection and moving in to extract the occupants from the crushed metal. This footage captures the moment a responding vehicle arrives at the wreckage of a violently crashed truck. The dashcam rolls, revealing a dark-colored pickup that has completely rolled over and come to rest upside down in a roadside ditch. The video documents the intense extraction as multiple responders drag an individual from the wreckage and immediately force him face down onto the grass. On February 4th, 2014, this dash cam footage captured a high-speed police pursuit. It shows a fleeing driver navigating aggressively through heavy daytime traffic, pushing their vehicle to its limits on public roads.
County 1050 here at 321. They take them back off again. Jump around. Which way are you going?
The fleeing driver blows straight through the intersection, resulting in a sudden, violent collision. The impact crushes the vehicle, violently spinning the car and scattering shattered debris across the asphalt. Within seconds, the driver is forcefully dragged from the driver's seat and taken down to the pavement in the middle of the roadway. This dashcam footage documents a gray SUV as it tears through city streets, cutting reckless U-turns and pushing speeds well over 70 miles per hour on local roads. As the chase pushes further, the fleeing driver makes a desperate gamble, killing the SUV's headlights to plunge the car into total darkness. The reckless driving ends exactly how it has to, in a sudden, catastrophic collision.
Actually, it is now an oncoming traffic. Traffic is light, road conditions good, speeds are 60 miles an hour. Lights are off, gray Kia Sportage, 592, X-ray in town. Black male driver, black hoodie. Will appear to be a black female passenger, dark hoodie as well. Traffic, short to medium haircut.
4212, cancel.
4281, cancel number 2, 4212.
Fuck.
4281, cancel number 2, 4212.
Fuck. Crash. We need medical. It's going to be Kiss Ultra Lounge, 7400 block, 76th Street.
In the immediate aftermath, emergency medical teams are scrambled to the destroyed vehicle. This video shows a fleeing SUV. The reckless driver pushes the vehicle to extreme speeds, weaving through the lanes and blowing past exits, while pursuing units attempt to keep pace. The high-speed run finally ends when the driver loses control, sending the vehicle violently spinning off the asphalt and crashing into the roadside dirt.
Works great. Flashlight still works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna black out. Give me a good pat down on him, and let's get him on his right.
Yeah. Let me grab some gloves real quick.
This dash cam video captures the moment a seemingly routine drive turns into a dangerous pursuit. The recording starts by following a driver's stolen vehicle as it casually navigates heavy highway traffic. The run ends abruptly when the stolen car violently strikes a concrete barrier, severely crushing the front end and immediately immobilizing the vehicle. Pursuing responders swarm the wreckage within seconds, with armed units moving in to extract the suspect from the destroyed car and shutting down the chaotic scene.